Welcome everyone to this YouTube channel, IT Guidance, where we simplify instructions to problems. Is having enough disk space mostly an issue, or are you trying to avoid spending money on buying a new hard drive? In this video, I'll be showing how to free up more than 30 gig plus on your system. Let's get started. Mostly I'll be using Windows 10 to show you how to get the job done, but this is applicable to other Windows systems such as Windows 11, 8, as well as Windows 7. Important disclaimer, the files which you'll be deleting need to be double checked as I do not accept any liability for any data loss. This video shows easy and free effective methods of freeing up storage space on your system, which might be causing your system to be slow or limiting the amount of space you have. Firstly, we need to locate the C drive. On my screen, you can see the C drive, but I will show you how to get there. Click the Windows button on your keyboard and then search your computer, and then you can click enter. And then this screen is brought up and then you can see the C drive. This is the drive we'll be focusing on as it's the main drive where the operating system is running. You can also see other drives in my on my system, but these are additional drives since I have a second hard drive and I partition them just to store documents so we don't need to look deeply into them. By the end of this video, you will see an increase from the current size, which is 44.5, and this is our goal. The first step for us is to look at the recycle bin. This can be found at the top left corner of the desktop. So this is top left corner and this is our recycle bin. Now, when we delete files, they are not completely deleted but sent here, which means they still take the same amount of hard disk space before they were deleted. So we simply have a second chance of recovering deleted files or folders. But we need to note that when the files are larger than 5% of the hard disk space, they are not sent to the recycle bin. Rather, they bypass the recycle bin because they exceed the limit of the recycle bin, which is 5%. So let me give an example. We currently know that the hard disk space is 44.5, and when we delete this, you can still see it 44.5, but it's sent to our recycle bin because when we check our recycle bin for the file, we can still see the file bootstrap. So it means when we delete files and send them to the recycle bin, they are not completely deleted, so they don't free up the hard disk space. So we have the chance to recover it, and then you can recover it by doing restore, and then you can see it back on our desktop. So right now I'm going to delete it, and then you check for its bootstrap again. And then you can see the file here. And now when I delete this from the recycle bin, you can see from 44.5, now it's now 47, means we freed up some space on our hard drive. So basically what we need to do is just to click on recycle bin tools and then click empty recycle bin, and this is going to delete everything from our system. So now you can see now from the 44.6 I have 58 gig storage available. Next step is for us to look at the temp folder. As the name suggests, it stores temporary data that is created by Windows or programs that users use. So we can locate it by clicking on the Windows button and then typing percentage temp percentage and then click enter. When the temporary file gets large, it can slow down your PC, and most of us would like to know if it's safe to delete it, and the answer is yes, it's safe to delete these temporary files from our system. So you can click on Ctrl A and then click on delete, and then it asks you, you need to provide administrator permission to delete this folder, and then you click on continue. Then any file that cannot be completed, you skip them because it seems maybe they are currently in use. Do this for all current items and then skip. This might take some time, and yeah, we'll wait till it's done and then we continue the video. Now it's done deleting everything, and this is what we're left with, so we can move on to the next step. The next step is for us to perform a disk cleanup, and this can be found on the C drive by going to this PC, and you right click on your C drive, properties, and then you can see here disk cleanup. So what we're going to do is to select everything here and then clean up my system files. This is going to take some time also, and we'll wait for it to finish. When it's done, we click on everything, select every checkbox, and then this is the amount of space you're going to gain, and then you click OK. So it's going to take some time depending on how fast your hard drive is, and then we come back when it's done. Now it's been deleted, and we can see we have 62.8 free. When we started, it was 44.6. So the next step for us is to go to searching the specific by doing size gigantic. What this brings out are files greater than 4 gig, and you can see from the result we have a file of 30.4, and then you just need to check if these files are not relevant anymore, you can delete them. But you can notice because I have additional hard disk, like drive D and F, you can see these are from the F and D drive, and I use them for special things. If you see anything in your C drive, then you can select them and delete them if they are no longer needed. But basically, this search brings out things greater than 4 gig, and you can see everything here more than 4 gig currently. So we'll wait for it to finish. So now we can see the result of the files, and basically you can try and delete anything that's more than 4 gig, but currently I have nothing on my C drive which is more than 4 gig except this file which I'm currently using, so I do not need to delete it. So you can look at the files, and then if you see you're not needing them, you can delete them also. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. To support us, please subscribe to see more content from this channel. Like and give feedback through your comments. You can also state the problems you're encountering in the comment section, and we'll make videos providing solutions to these problems. Happy New Year.